If you've been stuck in the cycle of restrictive eating and constant calorie counting and still not seeing results you want, this might be exactly what you need. Guys, today I want to talk about something so important for those of you who've been dieting for what feels like forever. It calls reverse dieting. If you've been stuck in the cycle of restrictive eating and constant calorie counting and still not seeing results you want, this might be exactly what you need. So, what exactly is reverse dieting? Well, you've probably heard me mention it a lot on my social media. So I want to really explain the reverse diet term. Essentially, reverse dieting is the process of gradually increasing your calorie intake after a long period of calorie restriction. The idea is to slowly rebuild your metabolism and pretty much allow your body to adjust to a higher intake of food without gaining any extra fat. And we're going to talk about that later on because your question probably is, if I'm going to eat more, am I going to gain weight? I'm going to touch on that and explain everything. So I want you to think about this as a metabolic restoration. After spending many years in a calorie deficit, because that's what most of you do, right? No one ever probably taught you that calorie deficit is just a temporary phase that you should only do for a few weeks and then return back to your maintenance. Your metabolism slows down to adapt to lower calories. And reverse diet slash reverse dieting helps to bring it back to a healthy speed. So I want you to think about your body as an adaptation machine. It literally adapts to anything. The lower you cut your calories, every time you drop your calories or carbs intake, your body adapts to the new calorie intake eventually. And that's what we call a plateau. Then, when you hit another plateau, typically, what do? You lower your calories even more. And maybe that works for a little bit. So you start losing weight again. You drop a few pounds and then you hit another plateau. And then you drop your calories again. So let's say you're starting at 200 and 500 calories and you tell yourself, I want to lose weight. So you're going to start eating 2000 calories, right? You are losing weight for a few weeks, sometimes even few months. And next thing you know, the weight is not moving. So you're like, damn it. Like I've been losing weight on these calories for the last few months and now it hasn't moved for a month. What do I need to do? Typically, what most people do, including me in the past, I would drop my calories lower. So from 2000, you go to 1800, right? You are losing weight for a little bit because it's a new deficit for your body. You're eating below 2000 calories and you're losing weight, but then you hit another plateau. And then you continue dropping your calories lower and lower and lower. And next thing you know, you're eating 1200 calories. You literally eat like a bird, thinking like, what the hell is going on? How the hell am I not losing weight? My metabolism is broken. How many times did you say my metabolism is broken? I've heard people to say that every day, literally every day. So let's talk more in depth about how you know if you actually need a reverse diet. If you have been dieting for a long time and you find that no matter how much you restrict, you are either plateauing or even gaining weight, that is a big red flag. I've mentioned before that if you've been cutting calories, right, over the last few years, and you're now eating very little, you might be even looking at my stories on my social media where you see me how much I eat. I'm eating pancakes and big portions, big meals. I go out for dinner. I have my ice cream every day and I look pretty fit, right? And I get it a lot. Like people comes to my DMs and say, teach me how to eat like this and not gain weight. Because you're wondering how the hell is she eating so much food? Well, it's because I haven't allowed my metabolism to slow down. Whenever I go to fat loss phase. I always stay there for a few weeks and then I return back to my maintenance calories. Remember what I said, like you only have to spend or you're allowed to spend only few weeks at your deficit. So typically I want to say 8 to 12 weeks, right? So, and then you go back to your maintenance. For me, it's around 25 to 2700 a day. And yes, that's my maintenance calories because I can see you being like, what? This is how much you eat? Yes. 25 to 2700 a day is my maintenance. So other signs include feeling tired all the time. So that's kind of how you know that probably your body needs more fuel. You might be experiencing poor sleep, digestive issues, mood swing, constant hunger, and maybe no hunger at all. A lot of times women completely lose their hunger, which is a huge red flag. Hunger is natural. We should feel hungry. If you never feel hungry, that is a big red flag, right? Maybe you're experiencing intense cravings, binge eating tendencies, you're being very easily irritated, or you find like your hair is thinning, or your skin doesn't look that healthy. Overall, you're just not feeling healthy. And these are all indicators that your body is stressed out and it needs break from dieting. But most of us, unfortunately, ignores all of these signs and just keep going, keep doing crash diets, keeps under eating, and eventually even loses the sign of like, what is even a balanced diet? How much am I actually supposed to be eating? Correct me if I'm wrong, but when I talk to women every single day and when I ask them how much they eat, they say, well, approximately 12 to 1400 calories. And when I tell them how much they should be eating, they're shocked because for so many years they haven't eaten their regular maintenance calories, which is shocking. So remember, ladies and gentlemen, not only ladies, because I've talked to a lot of men who undereat as well, including my boyfriend when I met him, and he's 6'6". I said he's 6'6". He's 260 pounds. And when I met him, he ate less food in a day than me. Another thing I want you to remember is that the goal is always to eat as much as possible while you are maintaining your weight. So if you're maintaining at 1200 calories, well, that is not right, right? And the reverse diet can help you to get back to your maintenance and maintain again at your real maintenance calories, which for most women will be way over 2000 calories. Now, what can we expect when we go through reverse diet? Because that's a question that we also get asked very often because people are just afraid to eat more. So, first and foremost, let's get one thing straight. The goal here is not, I'm going to repeat myself, it's not weight loss. The primary focus during reverse dieting is on biofeedback. And we typically look with our clients in our program at how their body feels and functions, right? Are you sleeping better? Do you have more energy? Is your digestion improving? These are signs that things are moving in the right direction. You may even see the scale go up a little bit initially, which is 100% possible. So don't be scared if it happens, but remember that this is not about the scale. This is not the phase where you should be worrying about the scale. I know it's hard, trust me, but also trust me when I say that the best thing you can do is just to hide the scale in a closet and don't take it out till you finish your reverse diet. And that's actually something that we do with 99% of our clients. We are not and shouldn't be really focusing on the number because it messes with your head. You've been struggling to lose weight for so long and you're like, I want to lose weight so desperately. But now you have to go through this reverse diet where the focus is not on losing weight because unfortunately you pretty much lost the ability to lose weight because you're just not eating enough and it's hard for your body to get rid of the extra fat. So remember that this phase is about healing your metabolism, your body overall, and setting yourself up for long term success. And also, in this whole process, you are going to heal your relationship with food big time. This is a huge for our clients. Like, so many of our clients say when they finish reverse diet that they've never had better relationship with food. So that's huge. And if you're listening my podcast, there is a high chance that you struggle with unhealthy relationship with food, because I used to too for 12 years, as you know, right? Some of the other feedbacks that I want to mention includes, like I said, the sleep, better digestion, better mood, feeling less cravings, being less irritated, so your kids are not driving you crazy. A lot of women actually lose their cycles when they're under eating. That was including me when I was prepping for my bodybuilding show. So maybe bringing your menstrual cycle back or having more regular cycle is also a sign that we're looking for. Your skin will look better, healthier. You will get stronger at the gym. You will be hitting your PRs, which means that we are finally fueling your body with more energy. And those are great things we look for, you guys. Make sure that you are paying attention to these things, because we overlook these important things when we go through reverse diet, because we are just so hyper focused on the scale. And that's why I told you the best thing you can do for yourself is just throw the scale, not in the garbage, but just hide it. I've had a client who literally told their husbands, take the scale and hide it, and don't tell me where it is, because we women especially, we get so hyper focused on the number. It's not even funny. So maybe tell your hubby to do that. Now, some people, when they go through reverse diet, which is the positive thing that I'm going to talk about it later in a bit, is that they can lose fat, after the initial adjustment period, because their body is no longer in, let's call it, starvation mode, although it's not the right term. But it's not really like impossible to lose weight while you're eating more food, just because when you're not fueling your body enough, your body is being pretty much threatened by not getting enough fuel. So everything you eat is being stored as fat, because your body doesn't know that you want to have six pack. Your body is just getting signals that there is not enough food coming in. So the moment that you starve, every time you eat a little bit more, your body is like, oh, wow, okay, there is some food coming in. Let me just store everything, because she's not going to feed me tomorrow. She's going to go on detox and she's going to starve me again. Do you see how I talk to the body? Like, I always tell our clients, like, think of your body as third person living inside of you. Treat your body like your best friend, someone you love, because you only have one body. And it's crazy that I even talk about this, because I was bulimic for 12 years. Like, I was torturing my body for so many years, and I feel awful for that. But thank God I was able to get out of the cycle of restrictions and eating disorder. But really, you guys, if you're listening to this, please remember that you only have one body. You can't just go to the store and buy a new body. So treat your body with respect, please. So now your question is, okay, Martina, but just tell me, like, how long this is going to take? How long do I need to do a reverse diet for? Well, the answer is it depends. It really depends on each person, because for some it might be few months, for others it can be a little bit longer, right? The key is patient. And I know you hate it when I say that, because I hate when even my parents, they would say, Martina, just be patient. I was like, oh, I don't want to be patient. I'm not a patient person. But remember that you didn't get to where you are overnight, and reversing the damage will take time. We have clients in our program who spent just a few months in the reverse diet, and then they were able to go to fat loss phase. We have clients who spent over a year in reverse diet, and that typically applies to those who have been dieting for a very, 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 very long time, like years and years of restrictions. We always provide a time buffer just because we really don't know exactly how long it will take, because life happens. We can predict how long it will take us to get you from point A to point B. However, like I said, life happens. So we can't really guarantee you exactly how long it will take, but we can tell you approximately how long it will take if you follow the plan, right? So I can also talk about those phases in my next episode if you're interested, just so you have like an idea how we coach our clients and how our program works. But I want to talk about another benefit of reverse dieting beyond the metabolism. And like I said before, guys, you're likely going to see improvements in your mood. And this is so important. Literally, your energy levels, you guys, feeling tired first thing in the morning when you wake up is not normal, right? Like you've been gotten used to that feeling. Please understand that you can and should feel energized when you wake up. I sometimes can't believe when I talk to women and even men, because we coach men too, and they say my energy level in the morning is like 1 out of 10. Like I'm so tired. And then 3 p.m. hits and I'm tired and I need to take a nap. And then at night, I'm also tired and I have no energy and I always feel exhausted. Like it's just so sad to see that we got used to that feeling and think that it's normal, but it's not. It's really not normal. So please understand that we can fix it with just eating more food in many cases. If your hormones are out of balance, your sleep will be off and your overall well-being is compromised. You guys, you will definitely see a lot of improvements when it comes to hormones once you start eating a little bit more, and overall your health, right? Plus, you will develop such a better relationship with food because you no longer restrict yourself. If you listen to some of our clients' stories, when you go on my Instagram, I post a lot of them, you will see how amazed they are that they can eat so much food and not put on any weight throughout this process. The key thing we are focusing on is really the biofeedback, which includes all the signs that your body just gives you about how it's functioning. And it's so important to pay attention to it. Now, a lot of times people ask, am I going to gain weight in the reverse diet? So I'll give you an example of our client Amber. She's been in the program for over a year. She went through reverse diet for several months. I believe she was in a reverse diet for like about 8 months. And she lost over 30 pounds. To be exact, I think 34, just in a reverse diet. She started at like 800, maybe 1,000 calories on average. And we had her all the way up to 2,600 at the end of her reverse diet. And she lost 34 pounds while she was reversing. Now, is it going to be your case? I don't know. And I don't like to promise that because each body is different and every single one of our clients is very different. That's why our programs are 100% customized. But then when we went to fat loss phase, she was losing even more weight and she lost over 40 pounds. Now, it's amazing, right? Last but not least, I want to also talk about pretty much those three things that can happen when we go through a reverse diet. So, number one is that you might lose weight. It's not very common, but it's possible. Number two scenario is that you will maintain weight, which is like 80% of our clients, which is incredible because you eat so much more and you're maintaining your weight while you're experiencing all these benefits that I've already named, like energy, better digestion, better sex drive, libido, better relationship with food, no hunger or hunger coming back, less cravings, better sleep, strength training improvements, right? All these things. And the third thing that can happen is that you put on some weight. And it's possible. I'm not going to say that it's not because I would lie. Now, if you gain anywhere between 3 to 5 pounds, That's normal, and most of it is not even fat. You're more likely putting on muscle as well. And that's in case that you are incorporating, and I hope you are, a strength training. And you can actually look leaner even though the scale is a little higher. That's why do not pay attention to the scale. Those are the three things that can really happen. So you can be the hyper responder who loses weight, like Amber. You can be the one who puts on a little bit of weight. And if you put more than 3 to 5 pounds, that means that there has been a lot of metabolic damage and your body is just taking more time to recover. So that's where we really work on their mindset, that it didn't take you a year to get where you are today. So give your body time to recover. And I know that putting on extra weight while you're going through this process can be extremely hard and mentally difficult to overcome, because all you want is to lose weight. And now here you are having to eat more food and putting on some weight. But even if you're going to put on 10 pounds, just remember that you are recovering and healing. And once you get to the point where your body is ready to lose weight again, you're going to lose those 10 pounds and more, and you will learn how to maintain those results and how to do this the right way, so you don't ever have to go through a reverse diet again. That's simply what we do in our program. I always tell everyone, our job is not done when we'll help you to lose weight, but our job is done when we'll help you to lose weight, get you shredded and toned, whatever your goal is, and we'll teach you how to keep those results forever. So, guys, that's pretty much what reverse dieting is. In conclusion, reverse dieting is about healing your body and giving it the fuel it needs to function optimally. Did I say it right? Optimally? Optimally? It's about breaking free from the restrictive mindset and learning to trust your body again, which can be super hard, especially if you've been dieting for years. And if this sounds like something you need, I'm here to guide you through every step of the way. You guys, truly, this is what we do with 99% of our clients. If you're interested in learning more about how we can help, just shoot me a message on social media or click the link below in the show notes and fill out our application, and I will get back to you as soon as I can.